So here we are again.
We're here.
Here we are again.
Well, I gotta get it. Yeah, here we go.
I apologize. Jack is going to be this entire session.
It's been non-stop. So.
Anybody else going
Anybody
else going to sleep this session?
Is that permission?
Just the two people. Just Gavin looks very unimpressed with our shenanigans today.
No, we are not sponsored by an alcohol company.
Well, thankfully, he just held up a
if anyone-
flask.
Yeah, just black flask. I made sure the logo's on the other side.
All I'm imagining is there's some point of there's just a drunk cut of just holding up the flask and it just cuts. I'm gonna, yeah.
I do that. What am I rolling again?
Dice.
Just dice. Doesn't matter
Just-
what.
just-
You have a 1 in 4 chance of getting the correct die. How about you, Josh? How you feeling?
First baby woes.
Can't tell me anything I haven't experienced.
Yeah. Well, so immediately after the game, I need to go take the baby out on a walk.
Baby walking?
No. She sits in the stroller and tries to get people's attention, and if she's not the center of attention, she makes it a problem for everyone else. But still, got to take her out, go on a walk, because we're in that I need a break before I commit murder phase of things.
All right. Go ahead and roll that intro.
Only recently hatched, he's still rather large, about 17 feet long from snout to tail.
I'll be handling a lot of the diplomatic affairs.
There's nothing worth fighting the Mokir over for anyways. Nothing of physical value, at least.
I'm really hoping there's going to be some money here, because if not, there's only going to be 3.
But we're going to cut this out because this is where the intro is going to go blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to turn it over to our overly excited hatchling.
It's me again, you guys. I'm back. As you know, well, I don't think I've ever said my full name. I am Ashar-Ash-Akal. We're back again. We've got the details on my very first mission ever, so I'm still excited. So we had a meeting with the mayor finally. He's kind of long-winded, but we got the gist of it. So he wants us to do 3 things. Either get some power going to boost the economy, and then get security for said economy. So we decided to go with the first one. He says there's a generator somewhere to power up. I don't know why no one's done it before. I guess he only just found it. But I'm excited to go power it up and see what happens, because that sounds exciting. It could be flashy. Saki. Saki got back from being drunk, so it was kind of a 1-bar hop experience. I don't know why he gets enjoyment out of it, but we'll see. Yeah, that's really all that happened last time. There was a lot of talking. Hopefully we get a bit more excitement. Yeah.
For a group that lives for excitement, we're going to start off the next morning after everybody's gotten a little bit of sleep, Leo is probably sober at this point. I don't know if he's happy about that, but he's sober.
I'm hungover, but yeah. And so kind of waking up, there's that initial moment where he sort of just takes a moment, like rubbing my temples, and then like the usual blue feed that seems to sort of run directly into his eyes for a brief moment seems to just flash green, and it's the I'm good.
Of course, there's really only two people in this room that can hear that. Vance and Yax. Ash, large to be inside any sort of bunkhouse type area.
I am sprawled out right in front of the front door, blocking it.
Fire hazards aside.
Do we even have a fire marshal in this town?
There's nothing in this little pile of shacks. There's no OSHA. There's nothing up to code here.
In a land of pure OSHA violations. That wall falls down again.
No, that's the whole thing. It's just a constant, like it just cuts and it's a new chunk every time. And it's our narrative extrapolation of the progress we make in the desolation.
That's how we judge time.
Oh, it's a metaphor.
Yeah, it's a metaphorical. I got nothing here. The curtains are blue. Don't ask me why.
There's some guy who's like just repaired it with like some corrugated metal, bits of wood. There's real kind of rickety lean to. He stands back, dusting his hands, admiring his handiwork, and the next bit just goes.
Yep, pretty much.
Next section of wall gives way.
There's just one coked out handyman running around, and like he puts a board up, nails it to nails the board to the wall, and it's just and it just causes another chunk to fall.
Anyways, Yax and Vance, you are also awake at this time. And if you want to know the exact time of day, I think just because I want to screw with Leo a little bit, it's like 5:30 a.m.
At that point, Vance is well up, but I got to do cyber night meditation, staring out at the rising sun type thing. I don't know. Is that a thing? Do I do meditation? Is meditation like a hindsight thing? Can I?
You can say you're
think about.
Say you do. I have no problems with that.
Yeah, but it's 5:30, so coffee then meditation. That's how this works.
The coffee. Coffee might be a strong word. Closer maybe to battery acid?
Okay, but what if I supplied my own? I had a car. It's got a bag. It could be in my inventory.
I don't think you bought coffee. From my knowledge of your...
It wasn't exactly in the player's handbook. You know, I found swords, spears, axes, guns, cars, vehicles, no coffee. So all I can say,
why didn't we play a better system?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Like, no, it's a feedback we need to give to who does this again?
Pinnacle.
That's it. Pinnacle.
Yeah, we need
coffee in your player's handbook. Make it an addendum if you have to. Just
I'll
trade goods.
The errata just consists of adding coffee to sample
You
purchases.
could do others. You could have like cybernetic drinks. You could have like a caffeinated, like a super caffeinated thing. But just we're driving the jam nuts here, everyone. So we're succeeding.
Yes, let us exit the building.
Are you even going to talk, or are you just exiting the building?
Do I need to, say good morning to everyone? How'd you sleep? How'd your hangover go? Like, do I?
Are you warm-blooded or cold-blooded? Do you need the sun?
I probably need the sun. I gotta go wake myself up. I'm not in the mood for talking.
Desert. I'm pretty sure it's warm enough, but yeah.
Yeah, I
Has
mean,
to
I
go
don't
sit
think-
outside, sun himself on a rock.
Meditation. So I'm meditating, he's meditating.
So actually, I'm gonna have. I'm just gonna turn it over to Leo to see what his two companions are up to then.
Okay, so where are you both?
I mean, not like we're not talking like cross-legged, hands out type meditation.
You're not
but-
cross-legged levitating. Oh.
No,
Oh.
no. I'm an initiate. I'm new to this. You don't get
Oh.
that until you. Yeah. I'm not doing the reference. I'm just not that high up yet.
And then you have Ash, who's passed out, blocking the door, probably rolled on their back.
Yep.
Paws up, like, or, pause.
No pause on this dragon.
No, it would be pause.
Would it be pause? Talon?
The-
Well, that's just a nail. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, for affinity, help me out here.
That's
Hands. I mean, they're still.
They're opposable thumbs, so yeah, they're hands.
Well, if they're opposable, they can't be paws. So yeah, hands.
and hands up on, like this, asleep on his back.
Low rumble to know he's deep asleep.
I will just bang on the door repeatedly. Dun, 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 dun.
Hold on. Need to make a notice roll.
No.
I just imagine he sounds like an idling diesel engine. Just
huh? Huh? What?
You are in the way.
Which way?
Door again.
There's a door?
Yeah. You are in front of it.
You do feel the door banging against the side of your scales, just
Oh. I roll over.
Don't step out.
What time is it?
Too early.
Can I go back to sleep?
Yeah, you do you.
Thump. Sun's not even out.
sun's out.
5:30?
it's summer.
Oh, somewhere in the desert.
Somebody's never been awake at 5:30.
I wake up at 5:30 every day.
Sun starts coming out in some parts of the world. Yeah.
Not in my part of the
And
world.
especially as far west. Yeah, I mean, as far west as it is, it would. Yeah, you'd have like that pale, like the light blue. I would say
Yeah.
at least
It's
if you don't have some purple coming in.
post-apocalyptic. They shot a nuke at the sun and it spun a little. We're spinning differently now. Okay? No question. A wizard did it.
That's not the
Yes.
sun. That's just the Pecos Empire shooting off a nuke. It's someone's birthday.
Anyways,
I mean, it's not like it's in the horizon.
well, as long as there are no sun rays directly into my eye, I'm going back to sleep. Until there are sun rays in my eye.
Adding GM note: do not wake party up before 7 a.m.
What's this place?
Oh, I can
what's
do
the
it.
town like? What's this town like at 5:30?
Those that have farms are already out working, trying to make the land as fertile as possible. Some of them have crops that they are tending, others are mostly working the ground, turning it and, adding different types of minerals and droplets to it from what you can tell. in an effort to make it a bit more hospitable. So, for how many people there are, you say probably most of the people are out working. So, it's as busy as it can be.
Yeah. I am
That's
gonna
something,
wait
I
for.
guess.
Oh, go ahead.
No, 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 no.
I was gonna say
Whereas
I am
to-
gonna wait for.
I think he's doing something else.
Josh,
We're both talking at the exact same time. Sorry.
you go.
You are gonna wait for.
I was gonna wait for him to come out of the building before talking to him because I know how Saki gets in the morning, especially after drinking. We've been at this for a while, and while I haven't always been the best at, this whole mercenary thing, I'm certainly not the idealistic idiot he originally thought me to be. So we've managed to build up a history, I guess.
He is out of the building now. Now that Ash has rolled.
So yeah, I'm going to sit down. Probably sort of closer to Ashar's tail. Sort of just kind of occasionally like moving his feet when it like swing in his sleep. Just watching the world go by, waiting for the juice to kick in to alleviate the hangover.
Well, I'll come sit down next to him, looking over at our serpentine friend laying on this rock, still meditating, I'm sure.
Meditating, yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Yeah, meditating. I'm just going to look over and say, so, did you catch anything from last night?
Believe I got the rough notes. Generators, security, usual detail.
And much too quick to throw out a large sum of money.
No chance of bumping him up, I guess.
Sorry, say again?
No chance of bumping him up, I guess.
Not yet. But he threw out, what was it, 800 a pop, 800k a pop, or 200k a pop? I forget.
It was 200k a pop, so it would be 800k total.
Yeah.
Plus, it was, I believe, 60 up front.
Yeah. Oh, he ain't quite pushed a mill yet, but it's the speed at which he threw it out like it was nothing that kind of threw me off. He could have offered any number higher than that, and I think he would have done it just as quickly. Something doesn't strike me as normal about this arrangement. But what is?
What are you getting that's, what's the strange?
The situation
There's
here is... Oh, sorry?
There's something he's not saying.
Oh no, there's plenty he's not saying. There's plenty he doesn't want to scare us off from. But at the moment, we're 3, 4 randoms who just wandered up with, a badge to our name and no leverage. So I told him his offer was going to get the ball rolling, but we were going to be coming back for more once we've established ourselves.
Make him work at.
What concerned me was just how quickly he went from 16,000 apiece to 200,000. I've been lowballed, but I don't think we've ever been lowballed that hard before, and certainly not backed off just as quickly.
Yax, that rock is now quite warm with the sun as it. Is there anything you would like to add? I'm assuming you're not asleep on the rock.
No, I'm not asleep. I will now that I hear people talking and active. I will get up and unfortunately go. Off of my nice relaxing rest, and I will go over. The amount of money he's throwing around here makes me question why he's trying to build something in the middle of nowhere. He very easily could have simply bought land in an established locale. He could have hired workers. He could have done anything, but he chose to set up a shanty town in the desert. I just
Hey,
question
he's
his
gonna-
motives.
He can have his motives as long as he pays.
If he pays, I think, is the big question. But the thing that gets me, if he knew this thing, not wanting to use the exact words out in public, if he knew this thing existed, why didn't he just build over there? Why build here? We're just going to run a giant cable and defend a giant cable the whole time?
This is something I wanted to talk about, yes. We should have extreme caution when dealing with the ruins. There's usually never anything good that comes out of digging up the bones of the dead.
So, Ian, I don't know what kind of role this would be, but general world history knowledge of these types of cities. I'm not wanting to know about this city. I doubt I would know something about that, but general, like, he alludes to a power source. What kind of power source could that possibly be, sort of thing?
That's actually. I think that would actually fall under common knowledge if you're as general. Everybody knows that the world before got destroyed and there are remnants of it, so.
Okay, let's Hail Mary.
Everybody has common knowledge.
Apparently, I
Is that what I
don't.
think it is?
Is that a double one?
That is a double one.
My brain just explodes. All right, new character, everyone.
Yeah, you know.
I'm a sanctioned Imperial Psyker.
Guys, I wasn't a cyber knight. I was a psyker.
Unfortunately, does anybody else want to make that same roll? Because yeah, no. Vance can't think
I'll
of
try it.
anything.
He hasn't had his coffee yet.
I'll take the 5.
The 5 will allow success on this. So, one of the big things that is known. I hate the fact that you guys brought up Imperial Psychers and the like, because it is kind of the same. The technology before the cataclysm happened was far more advanced. I mean, people don't pray to machine gods and stuff like that, but
Yet.
Here.
Well, I mean, kind of.
I'm gonna go turn one on right now.
Yax, don't do it. Don't start that.
What do you mean start that? I sent you my character.
But yes, the technology of the world's past is far more advanced. So even what the coalition has, with it being as advanced as it is, tends to somewhat pale in comparison to what could be done in the past.
Yeah, I'll relay that. And
Well,
it's
I got
fairly common knowledge.
nothing. Yeah, I mean, I guess they'd have something stronger than like fossil fuels. Sure. Must be a really big generator.
Ash, it is almost impossible to go back to sleep with all this.
Yeah, all the talking right next to me. Yeah. What if it's already guarded? That's why he hasn't taken it yet. Crack open an eye.
I mean, obviously they wouldn't have sent us to go on an archaeological run. I assumed there was some kind of fighting involved. Now the question is it giant bugs? Is it giant robots? Or is it giant skeletons?
Skeletons?
I don't know. Could be skeleton robots. Oh, that's not good.
Either way, if this is the direction we're going to take, caution every step of the way. I consider there is nothing good to be dug up from those graves. But if we really must go traipsing around in the graveyard, then you need to be very careful about it.
Why would they put a generator in a graveyard, though?
I don't think it was a deliberate choice.
No.
There's a generator there. They bury some bodies. There's some bodies there. Somebody puts a generator in. Who knows?
Yeah. Anything becomes I speak in metaphoricals here, but perhaps not. Perhaps quite literally, anything becomes a graveyard when enough people die there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Leads to the question: why did so many people die there?
Well, maybe
Everybody's aware of what actually happened during the cataclysm.
Am I aware?
Oh, it's a
I mean,
cataclysm.
clearly I'm not.
I
I can't even remember there was a cataclysm. I just thought, man, it was just always this bad. Did you forget about the world exploding cataclysm?
I think I
Yeah,
slept
I
through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Bit
wasn't
before
on
my
ship
time.
at the time. I wasn't clocked in. I must have missed it.
That's why management called me 5 times.
So basically, golden age of mankind, scientific and technological marvels capable of transforming the lives of every living person on Earth. Blah, 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 blah. According to some legends, this led to terrible wars, and that cost billions of lives. When all those people died, it caused their life energy to return to the ley lines, which caused the ley lines to erupt in bursts of magic, further nuking the world with magical nukes.
Double nuked.
Right. I didn't realize the graveyard was Cataclysm Graveyard. I thought it might have been like an after the facts graveyard.
Like when they put a shopping center on top of an ancient civilization burial ground and
That kind of thing.
Now,
Yeah.
and now the canned peaches every month just start making weird moaning noises.
The yogurt is sentient.
That's like the most mild curse I've ever heard of.
Just once a month, stock boys are like, "Don't go down the fruit section."
It's weird. It's just a bit weird. It's not even
It's just a bit weird this time of year.
But yes, that was why it was referred to as a graveyard, was because it was once a big city, and now
Right, one of those.
that's
So
also
when do we start?
When we get, well, we've got directions. I figure the best thing we should do is be to try to prepare for long trip. So I would like to assess our current situation of supplies and all of that and see if we have enough to survive getting there, making sure we're properly prepared for a survival situation.
a day there, a day back, I believe is what I had said originally.
Yeah, I know. I have a
However long
survival
we spend
skill.
there.
I'm going to try to use it, okay?
And then however long it's actually going to take you to do said job.
Yeah.
Which is a great unknown variable.
Yeah.
Being asked to repair something or find a way to repair something.
Well, once we find it and we learn how to repair it, then we can plan for that in eventuality. I think we should prep for about 5 days worth of supplies just in case. We'll need tents just in case, I'm sure.
Well, take stock of what we've already brought. I mean,
Yeah.
surely we already brought supplies out to the middle of the desert. They're all probably packed in the back of the car. How many MREs do we have?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. So Vance, while the rest of the party is doing their thing, oh yeah, we don't do MREs, we do like fried rodents, I guess.
Dried rodents?
peanut butter and jelly capsules.
I know you still can't hear the music, can you, Jack?
Sorry? Not this one, no. It takes a little while to...
A little upbeat.
Let's put on some peppy techno. I'm just like, wait, where we got peppy techno all of a sudden? Sorry.
It's okay. I didn't hear it at all. So
I'll put on...
So I was blissfully unaware, just talking away.
There we go. I can hear this one.
I heard it was kind of like Tetris.
Yeah, it was like Tetris music. That's why I was like,
Oh, now you know.
that's why
Yeah,
I started shaking my head. I was like, no.
Oh, no, sorry, I was over there looking.
ladies and gentlemen, we here at Rollsborne are a professional group of expertly talented screw-ups.
Yeah. So I am in control of music. However, there is a sort of 50-50 chance whether or not I can hear it. So sometimes I don't know what I'm playing.
We're all half in control of a part of our lives,
Sometimes.
and only sometimes.
Anyways.
yes. Back to the matter at hand.
Yes. I mean, we can attempt to purchase supplies here, but I don't know what this place really has to offer.
Yeah, I gathered that much.
This seems very subsistence farming. I don't think they have much excess to feed. I'm gonna look over, just at a certain individual.
Yeah, true. He's going to be getting hungry pretty soon. We don't want to repeat a last time.
I'll have you know I only get hungry for things that taste good.
Do you enjoy sand?
No,
No, then I'm not sure what to offer you.
that's why I don't eat sand. Do you eat sand?
I'm not going to answer that question. I'm going to continue on.
let's just hope that whatever we come across over there that's trying to kill us is edible.
Now you're asking for the big things.
Surprise Tarask.
So, you plan on heading out then?
May as well. Oh, and we probably shouldn't tell. We probably shouldn't tell Big Armored and whatever his name is.
Mr. Nightmare Crash? Crash.
I was gonna say Shawshank Redemption, but
That works too.
yeah,
That was his full name.
Crash. That was his name. But yeah, we probably shouldn't tell Crash about the generator thing just yet. We'll converse our stance while we drive. We'll figure out how to handle that.
All right, so we are going to engage with a side system, everybody.
Our side
Oh
systems.
no! Is this Rogue Trader all over again?
Yeah, we need to make a warp jump.
Roll for distance.
Wait,
No.
I don't have the warp jump
Roll
later anymore.
Roll for radio signals.
I
Travel cards.
Do we have a turret on this thing?
5, and
No.
that is a fake.
No, but you can go out the sunroof with a gun if you like.
You're cute.
You really think you're going to be using a gun when you have a dragon flying right next?
Let's have our moment.
Flare pistol.
I'll be the turret.
Yeah.
So where exactly are you heading?
That way.
The directions we were given.
Okay, so you're
Wherever that gold yellow exclamation point is leading us, I guess.
Well,
We're going to the quest marker.
it also sounded
Yeah.
like you were wanting to go someplace to get supplies first, so that's why I was
Oh yeah,
asking.
yeah.
Oh, I thought we were gonna out of character. I mean, if you're gonna track that, then yeah, we're gonna go do it. I didn't know how intensive you wanted to be with it. If you want to get the plot going and say we just got our stuff, or your call.
Well, I
I mean, is there even a settlement nearby that's a little more established?
right across the border.
We don't want to go across the border.
Yeah, I don't
We
think going
really
across the
don't wanna
border
go
for
across
Okay,
the
no,
water.
nobody wants to go across the border, so that immediately means no.
It's one of those. It's one of those. If you do, there's only one person in this entire group who will go across the border. And do you really trust me to get the best deal on something?
You did get us a pretty good deal for this mission.
No, I got a desperate ploy to send us out there.
Ah.
Yeah.
And I mean, Leo can go there. They don't have a problem with Leo. Just the two serpents.
Yeah, let's leave them unsupervised in a massive city. I mean, I don't know.
I could be left unsupervised. I'm not like dangerous.
Yeah.
I could be left unsupervised too. Totally.
No.
This conversation's going on as you're driving. I'm going to need a drive from you, Leo,
Yep.
I'll off-road.
at a -2.
Oh. I will.
You wanna Benny that?
I will. Yeah, I will Benny that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Wow.
Would you like to Benny that again?
Can I
sure.
cast guidance? Oh wait, wrong system.
Come on. There we go.
Hey.
That's a bit right. Yes, I will take that 9.
You're
Also, Ann, do you mind, real quick, do you mind if I post things to your Discord, or is that going to interrupt your recording?
it won't-
Okay. I'm saving stuff that pops up in chat. For
I sure hope he's on like streamer mode.
well, no, but
sorry.
like if it makes noise and stuff was what I was.
Yeah, but a streamer mode would prevent it from making noise.
Sorry, I was trying to work out my bennies.
Or
But
if you
yeah.
just mute it. Ba-doom.
The reason for that drive check at a -2 was as you were making your way, one of the denizens of the desert take an interest. A very
Singular.
very large creature. Very commonly known as a giant. As you see it break up from the ground.
Asher, Italian.
How big are giant worms?
They are. Oh, where did it go? Ah,
They are giant.
Well, it can't be that big.
Can't be
size,
that big if you lost it.
size 9,
Oh, yeah, oh, that's bigger than me.
50 feet long,
Oh,
about 10 feet in diameter.
that's a really big noodle.
You saw it kind of break the ground for a second, and that's what the drive check was you avoiding it breaking the ground open underneath. And now you can just see the ground moving beside you as you drive.
I'm gonna put the car. I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, the car is in neutral, and we are just freewheeling it. You don't. It's like experience. Don't rumble.
Yeah,
You don't want the vibrations from the car.
yeah.
It's just that thing of like just rolling, maybe kind of losing speed.
Why are we stopping?
Don't
We're slowing?
don't set off any shakes.
Flying. So.
Thankfully, Ash is flying. I will go ahead. Roll for it since you've stopped.
Well, the engine has been put in neutral, so it's not
Yeah,
shaking.
yeah.
So the question is how common is this? Is this like, oh hey, a whale? Or
Not quite that common, but common enough where you're just kind of like, okay, yeah, these things exist out here. They
okay.
are nuisances, so to speak.
Okay, nuisance is not let's panic. Got it. That's the thing. I have no context. Giant worm pops out. I'm thinking Dune. It's like, how common is this? How scared are we? Yeah.
It's Dune, let's be honest.
I thought it was New Vegas.
Dune, New Vegas.
It's
Image has been posted in the chat.
Well, I know
Yeah,
what a
it's-
giant worm is. I've seen Star Wars.
That one was in space, though.
well, what's the difference between space and the desert? Not a lot there.
Ooh.
Basically the same thing, in my opinion.
Because you moved it into neutral, obviously the car's is starting to slow down since.
Mm.
And instead of trying to keep up with you, it now begins to do large circles around you, while still keeping you roughly about in the center.
I'm gonna wait for that moment when it's sort of passing by, and then absolutely start gunning it.
I look over at him. We can outrun this thing, right?
Oh, gentlemen, as you may have noticed, the pilot has switched on the fasten seatbelt sign. To the truly observant who have noticed a complete lack of seatbelts, grab an object, choose a god, and pray that whatever you're holding on to right now is bolted down.
These seats are not bolted down, are they?
They may have been a decade ago.
Really got to get an off-road for this.
Oh, moving again? Okay.
Yeah, no, it
Oh,
seems to be
We are
gutting it.
moving. We're
Uh,
moving.
It's a pretty standard car, if I'm not mistaken, correct? I know it's like custom built.
It's like V8, sort of V8, so it's got some power behind it, but it's not like hiding anything. It's not hiding anything you can buy now, basically.
As far as stats go, I think is like
Right? Yeah.
Oh, lovely. I have to do pace to miles per hour conversion.
Oh, wonderful.
I hate that. To convert miles is multiply miles per hour by 1.5.
Oh, are we doing that kilometer thing again?
No, it's because pace and the speed of a car is.
Yeah, for cars, for some reason, they do it in miles per hour. And obviously for normal people, it's pace. So my stat block says pace, but your car is running off of miles per hour.
How far is pace supposed to be?
Okay, so you do...
how far you can move in a turn, which is what, 3 seconds?
That's 180 pace. Yeah, you begin to outrun this thing massively. Because, yeah, like within less than a minute, you can tell this thing just cannot keep up. However, if anybody wants to give me a notice roll.
I'm gonna take alert, guys. I promise. As soon as I figure out how leveling in this game works.
Milestone.
Of course.
Once every 3 sessions.
No. No, I actually prefer milestone.
Otherwise, we would be hunting the worm for XP.
It's XP based. Turn the ship around.
Stop the car!
Q ride of the Valkyrie.
So,
We're gonna level up our
And
whole
then
new
the
characters
dragon.
trying.
you very quickly notice that this thing probably only has a burrow, can only move underground roughly about, once again, I'm just going to say it in pace, 20 pace to your 180 pace.
Right.
However, it doesn't seem like that's going to discourage it. It may take it a while to catch back up, but as soon as you stop, it will still be trying.
Fear it. Run from it. The worm arrives all the same.
I'm taking a penny from you for that.
I only got one. No, see, he's mad because I haven't done a Star Wars reference yet. I'll do any kind of other reference, but you know.
No, you start every session off with 3 bennies.
3 pennies, yeah. So
They replenish.
Okay. So I can do that 2 more times. Got it.
So, yeah.
You've also left the dragon behind.
Fly faster.
How fast can the dragon fly?
Pace 12.
Okay, so, the 3 of you are fine. You watch as they take off, Ash, and the worm takes off after them. The worm is outpacing you at this point, too.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably, by running, double that to 24.
But so you're just watching them disappear over the horizon, one much faster than the other.
Wait.
I'm gonna lean forward to to the front seat and like, do you really trust the dragon to find its own way?
No,
no.
but the early bird gets the worm.
All right. Well, He is not a bird.
No, he's the worm. Dragon. Anyway, no, he's got a point. We really can't leave him back there. Is there any way to deter this thing?
I don't.
It's gonna be that lean over, open the glove compartment, and there's 7 grenades in there.
You're like, how many grenades did I buy?
Drive by, we'll throw one in its mouth. It'll be very cool.
What kind of what kind of skill would it be to try that?
Athletics, and
Athletics.
it'd be a called shot athletics.
I mean, yeah, at this point,
Rules.
I'm also going to do that obviously just kind of like driving off whatever passes for a road and start like the big circle around. So, right, beginning to go back 180 degrees on myself.
So,
You missed if you're close enough. I can try to something too.
Merry chase it is. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm looking something up while we
off the top of my head, I believe called shot is a minus to your roll.
Okay.
So it would literally just be called shots. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. That was a specific resistance to a called shot.
Okay.
Hitting a limb is a -2. Hitting
I mean, this is a
vital
giant mouth.
You
so-
do get bonuses depending on the size difference.
Yeah.
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 It's probably a -2 for the cold
Okay,
shot and then a plus
so-
whatever for the size.
Scale modifiers.
Target. So
Modifiers.
okay, so this would be a. I'm sorry. What was the skill being rolled again?
Athletics.
This is athletics. Technically,
which is
this would
agility.
be a -4, but because this is a huge target, I believe that's like.
Huge is +4.
So it's
For-
essentially it's a straight athletics roll.
All right. I look over at what's your name again? I look over at Yax and I'm like, "How's your throwing arm?"
I mean, I can throw things. I cannot. Probably not an athlete. I was gonna say I'm not an
Oh.
Olympic thrower, but I don't know. Olympics are not exactly a concept.
here, yes.
anymore.
I can give it a shot if that's what we want to do. Your call, driver.
Let's barbecue us a worm.
I think we're just gonna upset it, but okay.
Now,
Yeah, we'll
all
find
we need
out,
to do
right?
is upset it enough for it to leave us alone.
Y'all are killing me with the reference potential that's about to happen here. I hope you all are aware of this.
That's the point.
You ever
As
used one of those before?
the car pull, pin, throw.
Oh no.
No.
It's the so there's like this is a cyberpunk grenade. It's completely different. It's so it's like the lights kind of like light up around the side when it fills the thing and turns red. Don't be holding it.
Noted.
But it's
So I just
it's like
push the
snap.
button here and then throw. So
Snap.
push button and throw. Oh, snap and throw. Okay. Snap and throw. Got it. As we're barreling towards the dumbest idea we've had this morning and the sun's barely up, there's a moment of calm that comes over Vance. and I'm going to use boost trait agility.
By agility.
You said it was athletics.
Boost trait works on skills or attributes. If you're
It said trait. Okay, so
Yeah,
then
it
I'll
says
boost
that was wrong.
athletics.
no,
Just boost it.
Sorry,
trait isn't wrong. Traits are skills or attributes.
and or attribute. Okay, then I'll boost skill, athletics,
That makes more sense.
which will make this.
Give me
how do I do that?
Give me the psi roll.
Oh boy, there's a psi roll.
You have to activate your power first.
Activate your power, which means that you might get more if you get a raise. And there's a very good chance you're going to. You've got a raise.
9. The double ones are gone.
I think your athletics moves up 2 die. Is that
Yeah.
how that-
I believe so.
Yep, it's 2
So
dice.
it's currently a D8, so that would be a D12. How would I?
Yeah, D12.
How would I change the die for this?
Do you want to go into the system settings and do it, or do you just want to change your die to a
I've
D12
got it.
for right now?
I'll change it and then I'll change it back to a D8. All right. So we're now at D12. So what do I need? Any modifiers?
Nope, the
Technically,
modifiers cancel out.
yeah, it was a
Technically-
+4 and a -4, so
All right. Just checking before I hit the button because you know how this is going to go. Okay. And yeah, just with a remarkable level of athleticism, just fastballs it right into the worm's gaping maw.
So that is a raise on this, because this is technically an attack roll. That's a raise on the attack roll. So you add an extra d6 to the damage that you will be rolling.
Which
Right.
is 3d10.
Cool. I was going to say, if you just want to roll the grenade stats, if you've got it saved up.
I can't with it, no, because I have to throw it, and then you roll the damage, so it's just 3d10, I think.
Okay. So I'll just do a public roll.
Yeah.
3d10 plus
2,
1d6.
3, plus 1d6 plus anything else.
Nope.
Just checking. Nope. Okay. Is this hold on, wait, actually. Is this considered like an evil entity for the purposes of champion or holy warrior?
No, this is not.
It's an animal.
Darn.
isn't it?
I didn't think so, but I gotta ask.
Yeah. It's a fair question.
28.
That'll do some. That's some damage.
With an armor piercing 4.
That's actually good to know.
Is its maw armored?
Is its mouth? Is its throat armored? I mean, you know. I get the outside's armored, but
Scaly hide, yeah, but
uh-huh.
oh, and then
Crunchy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
sorry, called shot for this type of stuff adds +4 damage, so that's actually a 32.
Good to know.
And besides, you want me to add in that -4 because that's 3 raises, that's 3 wounds. You, as this thing leaps up to try and eat the car, you huck the grenade into its mouth, and let's just say there is a geyser of worm bits as the grenade explodes. The head, the maw disappears, and then the body kind of undulates back down into the hole. Also, Ash,
Get it. It's your only source of food.
you actually fly through the spray. And on that note, we'll see everybody next time.